given lots of thoughts about it, and then trying to push the government to do something about it. Now, especially the school dropout, it's not just a dropout, it's a cataclysm that we are creating in the future. Now, it will be a catastrophe actually in the future. For example, if we don't right now look at the situations where our people are, especially our youths, are getting dropped out, they might be blindsided in the future. In a sense, they might join any kind of an social, anti-social activities in the future. So this is one will be the major cataclysms where we have to check in right now. It's a very serious, disease that we are having right now. Unless and until we do something about it, this dropout thing will really have a very, very, catastrophe in the future. In a sense, for example, now we have seen lots of militants joining. You see, if lots of dropouts comes, then definitely all the youths, anybody wants to become rich, anybody wants to be something in the society. If they don't find a way out, then definitely they might join any negative stream. So we have to bring that into the mainstream, find out who are the dropped out, how many numbers have dropped out, who are the children who were dropped out. So we have to go and search for them also, and then give some kind of a sensitization program, and then give some kind of a welfare program for them, and then do something for them also. So that way we can check the balances about the anti-social activities that is happening within the state. Now we are seeing lots of thieves, lots of steals, lots of drugs, that is happening. So these are the area where they can be easily lured. Okay, anybody needs money, anybody will do anything for money. So that way now, you see, now drugs is coming to the state of Meghalaya. So this dropout will be the easy prey for them. Okay, so these are the areas which we have to be quite serious. That's why I was telling that day, security within our state, which is unseen. This area, invisible, security that we have to check in. Not the security that is happening within our eyes, but within our nose, which we have to be very serious. That's why now, for example, when you look at, now it will come to the administration, for example, okay? Now, dropout is happening not because, parents, but because of the school conditions also. Now, the infrastructure of the school is very bad, and the teachers are agitating every now and then. So why the students will attend when there is no teacher in the schools? So these are the area that we have to be very serious. Let's see what will be the future. But right now, I think the government has come up with to take trying to solve the infrastructure problem. Let's see how far it will be, how far we can take control of this one.
The legislator also raised concerns over the delay by contractors in completing construction work of residential schools under his constituency.
Actually, I've got few residential schools. One is already completed, that is in Kerapara residential school actually, that has been completed. The one which I have already laid a foundation stone along with Kerapara was Chigachakri. That day we have already gone to inspect, and then I have told even the minister also, and then even I have raised this one in the floor of the house, so that any contractor who is doing that particular, residential school, it's already that particular residential school was late in the year 2012. By now it should have been finished, but the contractor seems to be very neglecting that one. I think government should take up this matter seriously. Now, by chance, if this is in the city, it would have been an eyesore for the public and even for the government, those are the matters. But since this is in the villages, people are not taking care much of it. And then I was telling people to be aware. Not only that one, we have the international school also. International school at Doldegri, in my constituency only. And now we are coming up with the, Eklavya school, which the tender has been called in Manipur. And then there are other residential schools also. And then another, that RMSA school, that is already been called a tender for about 2 point plus actually, that is in Daluagri, at Daluagri actually. Not only the schools, I've got lots of other areas also, even the medical college, about that one. I have already raised that one in the floor of the house also. There are lots of other dilapidated conditions actually in my constituency. Even the high schools also lots of. So I have already apprised our minister regarding this one, and then even our minister also. Let's see what will happen, come up. But I have already asked at least the one which is already completed, that Kerapara Nokat, at least we should be able to start by next year, because structure, everything is finished already. And those who are not yet finished, and then those who are half done, at least something should be done by the government only. Otherwise, like other contractors will definitely get encouraged. Otherwise, you have seen that last week only we have already, inaugurated our Vivanta, which was then eyesore in the, middle of the city. Okay, so likewise, they are not only in my constituency, other parts of the constituency, area Garo Hills also, there's a lots of which is unfinished. Okay, even in Selsala also, last time we have inspected, even in Siju also, there's a lots of incompleted residential school which really needs to be looked into seriously. Otherwise, like we are talking about the educations, changing the education systems. These are the area which we really have to look into seriously.
So, any word from the education minister as to when, any timeline, time frame given to?
Yeah, actually, minister has told me that they are looking into it, and then some of the funds were not from the education department directly. I think I have already told regarding this one also to our chief minister. The one which is international, supposed to be the international school, residential, Paimon International School. I don't think that is going to be the international school. But at least I want the structure to be finished at the earliest, so that at least we can commence the the functioning of the school at the earliest.